Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 72 of Shattered Earth. Last time, you guys did a bunch of ship stuff, and then you talked to Razias, the Sphinx from the Eternal Order, who gave you a quest to go back in time to solve some bullshit that his order couldn't do because they're understaffed. Story of all of our lives. So, um, after Razius turns back time, um, you are, I believe we left with you guys standing on the platform outside of the Eternal Order's headquarters, overlooking a vast open ocean. None of you have ever seen before in your lives this much water all in one place. And on the horizon, you see a chain of islands, and out in the middle of the water in between them, you see a pillar of smoke curling up ever so slightly from the water's surface.
Hmm. I wish there was a device so we could take pictures.
I know, right?
I think there is, but it might be an Eberron thing. Anyway, uh, after this is
You're killing
done,
my joke, dude.
Razius steps out of the lair onto the platform with all of you. He says, "I believe we have made it to where we are supposed to be."
By your tone of inflection, I take it there was a chance that there was a chance that it could have gone wrong and we would have not ended up in the right place.
Uh, Time travel can be finicky. lots of nervous energy, like staring out. You can see like a bunch of guys on the ship's deck are fighting over a spyglass to look out over the water at the islands and just the sea in general.
Fly by us over there where the column of smoke is and come back.
Well, and also drop us off on that larger island that's near the column of smoke. But that's pretty much it. And I kind of relay kind of the caution that we were given by Razius on the importance of flying ships not being seen by anyone, if at all possible, in this time.
Great. Limited visibility. Got it. Conley turns to the rest of the crew and says, "All right, stop fucking slacking off. It's time to stop staring. Time to go meet the oceans. What we're gonna fucking do. You start doing the sails. I don't know. Pull up the landing gear. Let's get this ship on the road." And as the crew begins to snap out of their their wonder and amazement, you begin to make your way over to the column of smoke. As you approach, go ahead and first of all make me perception checks, everyone, just to get a general description of the area.
Oop.
12.
Don't know where the +2 is from, so...
I think you have guidance checked.
Oh, well, I will undo that. Bye-bye.
Speaking of guidance, do I have enough time to do guidance?
Sure. You're on slow enough approach. You can do guidance if you want to.
I don't know why that went to GM, but that's a 14.
Apparently you're whispering to me. Yeah, so 12,
Yeah,
14, 10, and Chance, go ahead and do yours when you're ready.
Yeah. I was waiting on my sheet to load. Do I roll with Flago as well?
Nah, that's unnecessary. You got 18. So yeah, I mean, all of you, good enough perception checks. You see, as you kind of approach, you see this column of smoke is rising from the still on fire wreckage of a ship, space galleon. Made clear by also the multicolored fire that is present here as well.
I'm sorry.
Slowly
Did you
burning.
just say Did you just say multicolor, like rainbow?
Yeah, there's like blues and greens in the flames. That doesn't burn the same color as normal fire.
I lean over to the next nearest person and just whisper, "It's like, hey, is that normal in the past?"
That's what happens when an Arcanine engine explodes.
Yeah, you see some random sailor that you're standing next to, like, shrugs his face and looks real concerned. Like, shrugs his arms and looks real concerned.
Like, likely burning copper, zinc, and several other metals along with the crystal itself that creates multicolored fire.
Yeah. Easy enough guess. You, with your 18 also, notice there's still a piece of the ship intact on toward like the back of the ship. That's what's kind of floating up out of the water is like the back of the ship. And you can see a portion of the name of the ship, but only 3 letters. GER.
Something I would in character know because it's been so long. My memory is just out the window.
Well, do you want to share that with anyone else?
No, I'm asking that something I would fucking know. I don't recognize GER at all because I'm a.
No,
It's,
you don't know many ships' names.
anyone know GER?
Lemuel holds up his hand. I fear that I might.
I think I skipped that class.
This is not. This isn't something from school. This is. I hope it's not something from before I went to school, but it very possibly may be, and it may also explain some things about some difficulties with a search I've been having over the years. And I guess I would, if the party has time, I'm gonna take a few minutes to fill them in on sort of what I did before I went to mage school, before I went to the academy in Onyx. So, just kind of, yeah, I grew up on a ship, and the name of that ship was the Dancing Badger. And, yeah, it was basically kind of a smuggler ship. I don't want to get into it too much. Maybe not straight up piracy, but definitely not your clean cut merchant vessel either.
Oh wait, how does that line up with GER?
Badger. Badger. Dancing Badger. That was the name of the ship.
I can't remember. Okay, I may have misunderstood VG. I thought he said GERs and like capital G, capital
No.
E, capital R.
The last 3 letters of the name of the ship is the only thing that's visible.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that was the ship that was my. I was born on that ship. If you're wondering why I was so respectful with, or attempted to be, with Captain Bullfrog a little while back, that's because my mother was a captain too. And then one day something very bad happened. And the ship that I had called home for a very long time, well, let's just say some bad stuff happened in Zazany, and the ship went away. And I don't mean like got stolen, somebody tried to steal it. That Daphne lady, who I am very glad is no longer around, although she might be now, God's only know. But yeah, it was bad. The ship disappeared, and I think I am possibly looking at what's left of her. And possibly what's left of my ma. We should investigate this. We have to investigate this. I have to know. I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong. But I have to know.
Let's go then.
Click your heels, Flyboy. Go over there and check it out.
You better believe it.
And I'll follow along on Fuego.
Yeah.
I follow on to that board.
Can you ride him and also make him big? Like, make him fly?
Well, I mean, it's less me riding him, more him carrying me.
Sure. You don't want to just, like, look through his eyes?
It doesn't matter either way.
Alright, fair enough.
Because if I do that, I'm gonna get. If he gets hit, I get hit too. So like.
Well,
Sure. He moves at half speed because he has to carry you, so you'll be a little bit slower than Lemmy is. But
I will say something before we head off. If you see someone who's about my size, someone who's about, halfling type size, let me talk to her first. She may not react well to strangers, okay? And that's in the unlikely event that she's even around. But yeah, I have to know. Let's go. And I turn to Chance. Thank you for coming with me. But be on your guard.
Oh,
go ahead and make me investigation checks, please.
Yeah. Normal roll?
Yep.
That's what I got.
Yeah,
Wow.
low rolls today, my guy.
Ooh.
I'm assuming I can't do investigation. I mean,
Unless you have a way to get over to the ship.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess. Oh, wait. David does have a weight, doesn't he? Can't.
Zedivor can carry him.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the 11 unfortunately doesn't turn up much. You are able to confirm it is the Dancing Badger by the font because you remember painting that on the side of the ship when you were little.
Yeah.
The back
Yeah,
portion of
sir.
the ship that contains the captain's quarters is intact, however. Surprisingly enough, considering the Arcanite engines were also toward the back of the ship when the explosion happened. Now, I will also say that typically, Arcanite fire is not like Greek fire or anything like that. It doesn't burn forever. It's just different colored because of what is burning. So this tragedy is fresh enough that flames are still a thing.
Yep.
Even though it's been over a year for you, this seems to have just happened. This incident. You can see a number of bodies floating in the water still. Some of them slightly on fire, but there are a number of sailors that you used to know who are absolutely dead. However, your mother is not among them.
Yeah. She always was a survivor. Maybe there's a chance. All right. I'm going to go toward the captain's cabin, moving very slowly and carefully, and attempting to, avoid any obvious sources of fire along the way. So
the captain's quarters, from what you can tell, just looking in through the porthole, is in complete disarray. All of your mother's loosely stored items have essentially been jostled from wherever they were resting and are now either floating in the water that's pooled near where the door would have been, just by the angle of the ship poking out of the water, or are on fire somewhere else in the room. There is a substantial amount of flame coming from inside of the captain's quarters that managed to catch at some point after the explosion.
Well, that still seems as good a place as any to start looking for clues in the event there's anything to be found. Is there anything... I don't know, is there anything I can do with Ray of Frost to cut down on some of the amount of immediate fire I'll face if I open the door?
I don't think Ray of Frost necessarily. Do you have like some kind of move water spell? Don't you have a Hat of Wizardry? Do you have that attuned?
Nope, don't have that. So
okay,
gave that up a while ago. I've got Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Ray of Frost, Prestidigitation. it can cool or heat up liquids. But that's
not super useful in this instance. Ray of Frost is just because it works that way in Baldur's Gate, but it doesn't work that way in normal D&D. You'd be looking for whatever the water control cantrip is, or control water itself, 4th level spell.
Yeah, I don't have that. So,
or if you had like a control flames spell, you could slowly put it
nope.
out.
Nothing like that. So, okay. Well, I guess I will just have to leave it on fire unless there's something prestidigitation can do that's of any use. So.
Have you got a bucket? You could always try and douse it with seawater, with just normal means.
Don't see what it would hurt. Or yeah, I mean, I've got Mage Hand. I can just Mage Hand over a bucket if I need to. So.
Oh, it says you can snuff out a small campfire with Presto, so that actually should be fine.
Okay.
If you just do it in patches, you could dim down the flame over the next couple minutes.
That sounds like the best option, so I'll just do that. I'll just try to slowly reduce the flames and see if there's anything I can pick through that might provide some kind of a clue to what happened. But I will also, as I'm doing this, share with with whoever might be nearby while I'm slowly cutting down on the flame. Well, this explains why Professor I'd probably say it to. I guess actually, is there anybody around me who would have gone to the academy, or is that only? Yeah, who else went to Thoggerist?
Yep.
So, okay.
I think Valerian has.
Yeah.
David, I'm not so sure about. I don't remember
if
we I don't remember if we talked about that.
Well,
I don't think you did. I think you probably are a hedge with.
I guess I would. All right. Well, I guess I would. I guess Jay's not here, so I can't necessarily say anything to him. But
sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I'll mention to the other two there, to Chance and David. While I was at Thoggervist, my favorite professor there was Professor Borovich, and he was very much a specialist in teleportation, that kind of stuff, portals and such. I attended every one of his lectures and tried to learn everything I could, so I could figure out where the ship went. And now I see that it's not a question of where, it's when. And that's why I was never able to find her.
Unfortunately, there's no professor of chronomancy.
It's earlier than anyone I know, and I'm still too late.
Chance, as you're looking through the wreckage, you do not find any survivors, unfortunately. All the people here are dead.
Well... I as I'm going further along with dousing the flames and attempting to look for anything that provides a useful clue, I would at least say fairly loudly, well, at least that bastard Hadrigan didn't get her.
Once the flames kind of died down in the cabin, as you're keeping them at bay, there are a number of charred pieces of furniture that you had to put out that were floating in the water that had managed to catch. In addition to that, there's a handful of your mom's clothes that had become waterlogged and sunk to the bottom. A number of I think she probably had like a captain's chest where she was keeping a bunch of her stuff. That sunk to the bottom. And to be clear, the bottom is like the front wall. So it's not super deep down. If you wanted to dive down there, you probably could. To go and retrieve some of the stuff. But you know what your mom kept in those containers, and none of it was of any real importance. What would have been of importance is her desk, but you don't see her desk anywhere. It was either destroyed or lost at sea or something. that's where she would have kept important papers, contracts, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I'd probably actually so I could do it safely just from where I am, unless it's super far down. I think I could probably mage hand open the chest if I needed to. I mean, that's kind of a thing. So
Yeah. It's only about
I'd,
10 feet or so.
yeah,
Down, below the surface of the water. The first, front half of the room.
yeah, and I I could certainly go touch that myself. But to be fair, my ma was also kind of a pirate, so I'm gonna send a mage hand down there to poke around at the chest just in case.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the chest itself is busted open and sunk to the bottom of the room.
Okay.
I don't think you can't really flip it over with mage hand. It doesn't have enough pulling power to do that.
No.
But
I'd
I mean,
still,
if you were to go down there yourself and shake out the contents, you could.
All right. Well, yeah, I would still poke at it a few times with mage hand just in case to see if something blows up before I go diving.
Yeah, no,
So,
you know that she doesn't have.
Poke.
She doesn't have that kind of protection. If anything, she has maybe an arcane lock on it, but that's moot at that point because the chest is busted open.
Yeah.
So it is no longer
right.
a chest; it is an X chest.
I'm going to go down there and see what sort of soggy, sentimental treasures I might be able to salvage.
Sure. The contents of the chest were mostly sentimental. There is like a rainy day fund that she had in there of 50 gold if you wanted to grab that and add it to your inventory. There was a number of clothing items. Like she had a set of fine clothes that she kept locked away that are now waterlogged and probably mostly destroyed. And an old ornate dagger that's in there as well.
I take the dagger and I leave the rest, including the gold. That stays here. And I'm not telling anyone else about it.
All right. The dagger itself is one that you've never seen her wear or use, but you've probably caught her looking at a couple of times before. It looks more like ceremonial than strictly dangerous. I mean, it is a blade still, but it's got this kind of curved design to the blade and golden crossguard with a sapphire set in the pommel.
Okay. Well, I'll add that into my inventory. So, ceremonial style.
If you want to put Sultan's knife, you can.
Okay. That works. Okay. Let's add it in. So.
As you guys are kind of poking around outside while Lemmy's doing his diving for treasure experiment, Chance, as you're looking through the bodies one by one, most of them are sailors. However, there is one that has managed to. It's still dead, but has managed to stay aloft on a piece of driftwood. You recognize the symbol on his tabard. Doesn't look like a sailor. Looks like a soldier. And the symbol on the tabard is the same as the symbol of the Sons of Zazany.
That's about what I expected.
Other than that, investigation doesn't really yield much else. You're looking at dead bodies floating in the ocean, and you're looking at one destroyed ship.
Okay. All right. I guess I would take a little extra time to just look around the captain's quarters to see if there's any trace of my mother. So anything other than what I found.
Nope. Everything you found, that's it.
Well, that's something. At least I didn't find her.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
And when I come back out, I look over the bodies, and I guess if I see the ones in the Sons of Zazany outfits, I'll be testing the blade on the knife that I've found, the curved one,
Sure.
making sure it's strong enough to use. And if it is, I will be going to each one of the gentlemen dressed as Sons of Zazany and cutting out each and every one of their hearts.
Okay. It's going to take you a long time to do that because they're all still wearing armor.
That's just fine.
Like, you're going to be here for
anybody wants
at least 30 minutes.
Anybody wants to go do something else? I'll be fine here. I have work to do.
I wanted to check out the ship's hold, but am I even there?
You're on board the ship watching all this happen.
Okay. I'm being lookout. Got it. Never mind then.
Yeah, the ship is parked relatively nearby. Probably like 30 feet from the wreckage.
Yeah, fuck it. But I don't have weight to fly. Never mind. That's why I didn't go over. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hate you guys. Wait, 30 feet. I could just misty step that, couldn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh.
If you wanted to spend it, yeah, you could pop over there and stand on what is left of the wreckage.
Nope, never mind. Knowing my luck, that wreckage is just going to collapse on me if I do that. Never mind.
I was going to say, some of the wreckage is still on fire. There's not a whole lot that's left. It's not somewhat partially covered by flames or unstable.
Here, I'll look up on it. I'll look up at him and take an action to cast fly. Here, if you want to be over here.
No, don't waste the spell slot.
No?
Oh, BRB.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, never mind. Don't worry. Go on.
Then I won't do it. Just thought I'd offer, but I'm going to be busy here for a while. I have to do this.
So in the probably 30 minutes it takes for him to do this. Crew watching on in horror.
Hey, anybody wants to help? I'm not going to say you can't grab somebody and take armor off, but the cutting is mine.
I don't know what you're doing with those, but you find 3 dudes, so 10 minutes each. After that's done, I don't know what you want to do, but the shipwreck is pretty explored at this point. Unless you have a way to dive to the bottom of the ocean and look at the rest of it.
Well, that's... What I do with the hearts when I get them, I take each in turn, and I spit on it, and then I throw it as far into the sea away as I can.
Okay.
All right, and then after that's done with all three of them, I wipe the blade as clean as I can. You know,
Sure. You
I
just
imagine
kinda
I can put it in the water a little bit.
Splash
Just
it in the water.
get it
kinda
clean.
Wash it off.
put it away, but not before looking at it and saying, "Oh, there will be more."
You yourself look a little grisly at the end of all this, so you have to kind of dunk yourself to get the blood off, or you can presto it, whatever you want to do. But the fact remains, after a little while, you return to the ship, and the rest of the crew is kind of just avoiding eye contact.
Well, you know, I take a seat, but I'll look up at Chance and David and Jay and Conlia, and just nod and say, "Let's do what we have to do next." But that was my home. That was my home, and they tried to take it, and they didn't get it.
You have thoroughly explored the ship. Conlia puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "That was really gross. And kind of disturbing."
Well, if you're wondering why I don't like Hadrigan very much, maybe now you have a little bit more of an idea why.
Well, the closest island is the largest island, and that's about a mile away.
Let's go to the island, shall we?
Yeah.
No, this is a floating shipwreck in the middle of the ocean, about a mile offshore.
I will definitely look over at Conlia as we go over to the island, and make a special note, like specifically say to her, "Be very careful with your ship." This makes, at least from our perspective in the last few days, how many ships we've seen something really bad that's happened to? I count 3.
Yeah, I think that's
let's
an
make
accurate
sure-
count.
Let's make sure the Nameless doesn't become a 4th, okay?
Well, I certainly don't plan on it. Shall we take off for the beach?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here. There's nothing here but a pirate's grave.
Right. Is the ship sinking?
Slowly.
Well, soon there
Now
won't
that-
be a trace.
Now that Lemmy kind of had to bust into the captain's quarters, the pocket of air that was keeping the the ship afloat is now able to escape, and the ship begins to sink slowly into the depths. So you could leave it to sink, or you could blow it up. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be destroyed.
Before we head off, I'm probably going to see if I can pry loose a waterlogged board. Yes, it's sentimental. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
I mean, there's plenty of just random driftwood at this point.
Yep. I am taking one waterlogged board from wreck of Dancing Badger. So that's something. Little piece of home.
Sure. But as the Badger slowly sinks beneath the waves, unless anyone's going to fire a cannon at it or something, Conley will start at the ship and head towards the nearest shore.
If I see anybody trying to shoot at the ship, I say, we don't want to attract attention. Just let it go. One day she will have her vengeance.
I feel like they probably wouldn't take pot shots at it unless someone brought it up. All right, so moving on. It's not a very long flight. Maybe 5 minutes. Well, a mile, 20 miles. Yeah, it's probably like 5-10 minutes to sail the ship over to the shoreline. The Nameless puts down its landing gear on the beach and lowers the gangplank, as it were, and you're able to step onto solid land.
I never thought I'll be happy to see land. There's just too much water. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Conlia says, well, we're going to go back to Razius now. If you need us, make a signal? Fireworks? I don't know. One of you can cast sending, right? Probably?
You mean like this?
He's going to burn a 3rd level spell slot for it?
Sure, why not?
Okay, fantastic. Burn that 3rd level spell slot. Conlia winces at the yelling in her mind, says, yep, yeah, that'll do it.
I'm sorry, I had to do something stupid.
Right. Well, best of luck to you. Holler if you need an exfil. And she pulls up the gangplank, leaves you on the beach, and the ship takes off to Eternity's Isle once again. You are free to roam about the jungle.
I look at the rest of the group, like, what? She looked tense. I thought we'll try to, alleviate the mood.
You
Staring
stand
judgmentally.
You stand at the edge of a thick and lush jungle at this point. The tree line meeting the shoreline in a stark contrast to one another. You can hear the sound of insects buzzing around, the cacophony of bird calls through the trees is audible here, and just a general sense of calm and untouchedness. You picked a spot where a number of Detrius had washed ashore, which, when you think about it for half a second, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because if this thing had just happened, the tide might not have had enough time to bring in whatever floating wreckage there may be. The jungle is yours. Who's helming the search?
Whoever goes first, I'll definitely go second if that's okay. I am pretty keen to turn my back on the ocean fairly soon.
Whoever is in the front, I'll give you guidance. I'll be in the middle. Cause, yeah. Wait, no, I should be in the front, shouldn't I?
Go ahead.
Why not?
Whoever's leading the group.
Go for it. Go for
Wait,
it.
no,
Solarian.
hold up. Let me just... I'm the melee guy, but Chance is technically the one that was given this mission, so... Does Chance want to lead?
He gave it to all of you.
Okay.
You were all in the chamber.
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah, I'll take the lead. And just keep a perception check while we're, going forward. I'm not looking for anything suspicious. I'm looking for anything that would try to kill us, to keep us safe, to be specific.
Okay.
Yep, I'll follow right behind him if that works. If Chance and David want to bring up behind us, I'm definitely not in the mood to lead right now. I've been having a day. Been having a day.
Alright, seeing as how I think I'm the only one who knows anything about pre-breaking anything, I'm gonna ask
Well, I mean,
that you follow my lead if we run into anybody.
it's not like we were born on a moon and had records.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, none of you
I'm
are
not
archaeologists.
I'm not assigning any blame, but it is quite literally my field of expertise to know pre-breaking stuff. This is literally my job.
Fine, go ahead and lead. I just know I won't, and I probably turn to Valerian and say, and can we just maybe not bring up places where people were born for a little while?
I thought it was safe because we were by ourselves.
I just don't want to think about places where people are born right now, right?
Okay.
Thanks. Maybe tomorrow, just not right now.
Okay.
During the first hour of travel, somebody roll me a d6.
You go.
3. After about an hour of forging your way through the jungle, there are no jungle paths here, so you're having to either have the Eidolons clear it for you, or have someone with a blade start macheting their way through through the jungle here. But after about an hour, you come across a ransacked camp. You can see the remains of a campfire here, along with several tracks in the mud, in kind of like a small clearing. You can see a very primitive like lean-to, I guess would probably be the description I'm looking for, made out of jungle trees and stuff that's been kind of set up to be kind of a makeshift shelter. You see a number of tracks that are around the camp.
Okay. Well, I've got an idea. So, if there's let me just ping this. Yeah, if there's time, I'd like to cast Borrowed Knowledge on myself, and just give myself survival proficiency. Maybe it'll help me get some better idea of what those tracks are from, where they're going, anything that might be useful. So I'm gonna do that, so I have that proficiency for the next hour.
Okay.
So
I'll give it guidance.
Oh, okay. If you want to do that, I'll just burn the spell slot. That's done. All right.
If you have, if you're looking at the tracks, go ahead and make me an insight check.
Oh. Not survival? Okay, sure.
You're not tracking them yet. This is to determine something else.
All right, I'll give it a try, but I'm no good at it, so I guess I will just roll my crappy insight and see what happens. Yay.
You still have guidance, though, technically speaking.
That's a good point. I guess I need to do that for that. So, all right, we'll see what happens. Insight. Roll. How about that?
18 is fine. You can see that the tracks aren't normal, like, wear and tear tracks. There are signs of a struggle amongst them, and perhaps even more concerning signs that the bodies had been dragged away into the jungle, off in one direction. You can, that's what you can tell just by looking at them. You can kind of figure out that there's quite the scuffle here that happened, and something was dragged away through the forest.
Do the drag marks all seem like they're the same size?
I mean, they're consistent. It's more like one giant rut of dragging markings, so indicating
Okay.
that multiple things were taken away.
Along the same kind of path. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. And I guess I can try to follow them, but you know,
Sure.
I guess that'd just be survival. So.
Roll survival and then roll a d6 for me after.
Okay. Wow.
Pretty good.
Okay. And. All right. And got a 4. Okay.
So, with this one, as you're kind of following the trail, you managed, thankfully, with a 20, you managed not to lose it in the underbrush. So, following this trail, you begin to notice, as you're going along, you can see big carved X marks in several of the trees that you begin to pass. From what you can tell, I mean, with that roll, easy enough. The markings were made by a fairly large blade of some kind.
Are they especially high up on the trees, or are they lower, like kind of at my height?
They're a little bit higher than you would expect. They're probably 8 or 9 feet in the air.
So
up the trunk.
Taller than a human usually would do.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'd probably share with the rest of the group that someone probably very tall carved these, and yeah, just indicate the general direction that the X's seem to lead off into so far. So, well, if nobody else is going to say it, X marks some kind of spot. So
There are
I was-
several of these X's that are kind of leading in one direction.
Now, I was thinking that, but I thought it was too easy, Mark, so I didn't say it.
that's okay.
So,
Right.
question is, do we follow the track or no?
Sure.
Up to y'all.
I mean, we don't really have any other lead at this point, do we?
No.
Not at the moment.
Not really. Something definitely happened, and it was pretty violent. And someone is leaving a trail, which is interesting. So
You guys take me to the nicest places.
Of course.
just another service we offer.
Go ahead and roll me one more d6.
Okay. 2.
Cool. As you're kind of following this path of X's along the trees, along with the trail you've been following this whole time, which does follow kind of in a winding pattern, these X's in a certain direction, you notice as you kind of are forging your way through the underbrush here, it's snagged on a nearby thorn bush. There is a shredded piece of yellow cloth.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I passed up X's.
Path of X's, yeah.
I'm
Path of
just
Exile.
picturing like I'm thinking like path of my ex partners just lined up.
Just a bunch of disapproving stares.
Well, just as long as they're just regular X's. So, evil
long as-
ones can lead to
As long
things.
as you don't run into the crazy X.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I would probably take the piece of fabric as careful as I can and see if anything looks familiar about it, or if there's any kind of unusual scent on it. I mean, not that I'm a
The fabric
bloodhound
itself
personally,
is. The fabric itself bears a portion of the insignia of the Sons of Zazni. It's probably one of the tabards from one of those people.
Oh, that's good to know.
Black sun on a
That's-
yellow background.
That's real. That's real good to know. I probably, yeah, I am carefully putting away the scrap of cloth and, yeah, relaying to the other party members what I think it might indicate, and I am trying to pretend like I'm not feeling around for where I'm keeping a certain knife. I'm probably not concealing what I'm doing very well, but I'm definitely absent-mindedly patting somewhere. So,
Compensating moves?
And we'll go one more time on the D6.
okay. 1.
This one's a little bit more interesting. You do find a body. There is a decomposing corpse wearing sailor's clothes, clutching in his hands a modern firearm.
Okay, well, I would probably carefully take that off the body and I guess try to presto it clean if I can. It's probably a little gross, so
It's
just
covered in mud and just
various
general detritus.
substances. Yeah, I'll probably just clean that off, and then I will probably gingerly hand it over to Chance. You seem to like collecting these things, and this does seem like something that probably doesn't belong in the past, unlike, just random shipwreck debris. But here, you want it, all yours. I don't particularly need it. So, yeah, I give it to Chance if he wants it, and if he doesn't, I'll hold on to it. But I will at least hold it out to him, because I mean he's the only one that's been keen on guns. So here you go. It's probably nothing special as that Thundermaw thing, but backup
Always
gun.
good. Always good to have spare.
You never know, right?
Okay.
All right.
Just add a palm pistol to your inventory. Just make it a write-in for now. I don't think you can compendium search it. Okay. Now, the trail you're following at this point leads you to the edge of a large clearing, wherein you discover a multi-tiered stone pyramid rising from the jungle floor. The structure appears at a glance to be several hundred years old, its stone steps cracked and worn with the passage of time. Many blocks which once depicted intricate carvings or hieroglyphs have long since been smoothed over, save for the most prominent ones, which portray a distinctly serpentine motif throughout the structure. Just outside of the main structure, a smoldering campfire amidst a collection of thatch huts and empty wooden cages is tended by 2 olive-skinned women. Their heads are completely shaved, and they're dressed in simple clothing decorated with multicolored beads. One of them grabs a torch and lights it in the fire before they both ascend the stairs into the massive pyramid structure.
Concern. So I think it's might be what we're looking for.
Yeah.
If you want to roll a history check with your D4 dice from your background, you certainly can.
Do we?
Talking to Chance.
We don't do dice stacking, do we?
What do you mean?
I was going to give him guidance.
You
might
can't.
not.
No, this is something that Chance is doing kind of in his head, so there'd be no
Got it.
no instance for you. It's a 28 either way, so I mean, perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a number of tribal societies that existed pre-breaking. Very few artifacts exist of their their culture and their history, but you know that there were a number of tribal cults and such that worshipped, dark gods that all had snake motifs to them. Um, with the 28, Yuan Ti come to mind.
Tell me again, what does a pyramid look like?
It looks like a Mayan pyramid. Basically, it has like stone steps that lead up to it. There's like the
And
larger steps that make up the body of the pyramid, and then there's a ramp of steps that lead up on each corner.
you said it was multicolor?
The women that were at the campfire were wearing simple garb, but decorated with multicolored beads.
Got it. Thank you.
I guess would I have been able to tell that any that the approximate heights of any of the woodsmen? Do any of them look like they could be 8 or 9 feet tall, basically?
The two women that you saw were humanoid shape and size. They were, just by your estimation, probably 5'4", 5'5".
Okay, so probably not ones who would leave X's 9 feet up on a tree.
Yeah, unless they decided to climb it for no reason. But neither of them were wielding a blade that is large enough to have made those gashes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'd probably share that with the rest of the group. Whoever they are, they aren't the ones who left the X's, which leaves the question: where is who or whatever left those X's? I guess I would, look toward the pyramid and, shrug. But I would definitely give a nod to Chance's suggestion about being cautious around the local populace.
Can I look at those markings again, X's?
Yeah, the nearest one is on a tree, probably 30 feet back from you guys.
Okay, cool. I want to see from my observation if it was made with cloth.
No, it's specifically. I mentioned that it's made with a large blade. It's
Okay.
two singular cuts that form an X mark, but they're deep gouges into these trees. That would be, that denote like a heavier swing. It's not like it was marked with like a dagger real quickly. It was like almost chopped into the tree.
Got it. This is killing me because I think I know what we're looking at, but it's just
A
my
chop,
character wouldn't know it.
a chop, not a scratch. So, all right. Well, I guess this is a real long shot, but probably thinking over the just excessive amount of fiendly knowledge that I've been pestering Chance for over the last few weeks. Is there anything infernal that I can think of that would have done something like this?
No.
Okay.
Nothing,
Still worth thinking
nothing
about.
specifically comes up
All right.
that's infernal wise.
That's at least something. Okay. I guess also how long has it been since we left the original clearing with the struggle site? Like how long have I been doing my kind of tracking thing?
It's been about 3 hours total of you guys searching thus far.
Okay. Good to know. All right then. All right. That means the spell has worn off, so that's just me. So, all right. I guess I will, nod a chance and say, I mean, you know a lot about history, and we're right in the middle of it right now. So, should we anything in particular you would, suggest about these style of pyramids? I guess. Like, I don't know if they've got a side entrance or if that works, but
You can
probably
see,
not.
just from where you are, by the way, you can see entrances at every tier of the pyramid. This is a multi-story uh, pyramid structure. Very, very large multi-story pyramid structure. We're talking like
Interesting.
5 stories at least.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's see. Now, I noticed how the people who went up inside part of the pyramid, they took torches with them, correct?
Yes.
Hmm. I'd probably mention to the other, the other members of the party. This probably means that they, whoever they are, maybe they're humans. Whatever they are, they seem to need torches to see. I think that's a guess. They might have taken them in there for some other reason, but it's usually dark inside places. You know, some places.
Yeah,
So
I don't imagine they were going in there for fun times. Yeah.
I don't imagine so. But um, I guess I would kind of. I don't know if I have any kind of a view on the sky or if the canopy is completely blocking out all. I guess.
I mean, it's a
They,
clearing. It's a clearing that's been cleared out by
okay.
these
Well, I
people.
guess I would check and see. Well, I'm not too familiar with it, but does it look like the level of light in the sky is the same as it was earlier, or is it about the same, or is it, you know, a little bit dimmer, a little bit brighter? Any change at all since we've been looking around?
Nothing to denote the passage of time yet.
Okay, well,
I will say that you don't know the you don't know the cycle of the sun, really.
yeah, I guess,
Because nobody
yeah, I
does.
guess
Um, but you know,
I could try asking Chance on it. I guess. I mean, like, the light isn't always the same, in at all times in our time. So, do you think it might have different intensities at different times of day back here in the past? I don't
how
know.
does the sun work, guys? How does that happen?
This is pre-sundering. We don't know if the sun actually works like we remember.
You have no idea.
Exactly.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I guess we could try to wait and see if anything changes with environmental conditions.
Well, I mean, the moon would know. The people that came to the moon would know about the sun bit.
They would know what they experienced.
Hmm.
Because on the moon they had a they have a normal atmosphere, so they'd have a normal day night cycle as opposed to people on Rhea.
Sure. I mean, I retconned it so that Rhea also does have a normal day-night cycle.
Oh, okay.
because I can't fucking deal with daylight all the time and determining dim light, whatever. I'm just saying that Rhea has a day-night cycle where the
Okay.
core dims every 12 hours or so. But it's whatever the light is, it's not sunlight, it's core light. So that's why Drow don't have the disadvantages.
GM couldn't be fucked.
Yeah, it was too hard to remember on multiple occasions. I just said fuck it.
Okay.
So many times when I've said, "Oh, it's getting late in the day, the sun's going down." Wait,
Yeah.
there's no fucking sun. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
guess
saying,
if-
okay, it's getting dim, you guys.
Yeah, if anybody has a better idea, okay, but it seems like if whatever these people are, they may need sources of light to see around, and a lot of us, I kind of look over at Chance, especially, at least some of us don't necessarily need that. So we might have an advantage if we just wait. I don't know what kind of
It's a good time to
my
bring up that
impression.
Valerian is human
Yep.
and does not have
Yep.
night vision.
Yeah, no, that's not really a problem for me.
Yeah, I think I thought he said something once about a spell. I seem to recall something from back
did
in
you
the
get goggles of night at some point? Did I give those to you?
No.
Okay.
No, something about was something with the word ghost in it. That's not right.
Yeah,
Um,
ghost light.
Ghostlight, yeah.
That's right. It's just been a while, but not that I'd have any need of something silly like that. But
That
sure.
is a cool spell. I like
Yeah.
that spell a lot.
Yeah, I have it prepared all the time.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it? Oh, it's an evocation one. I thought it was a cantrip for some reason. I was like, okay.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Whatever you guys want to do. I assumed that you would be aware enough of your situation to like hide in the tree line so that the people
Yeah.
in the clearing wouldn't notice you.
I am.
Plus,
I'm
they're
not
focused on
going
other
to.
stuff anyway, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
even worry about you having to roll stealth. But if you're going to enter the pyramid at some point, then yes. So you can enter on any
Yeah.
floor of the pyramid you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't. Let's see. What's the max?
Oh, I
what's
guess-
the top floor of this thing. 4. There's four floors total, and then there's the top portion of the pyramid.
Just another general design question regarding the pyramid. Are we able to tell roughly how many entrances per tier there are? Are there 4 per level, or does it change at different levels?
And you're only looking at it from one angle, so you'd have to do a lap around the pyramid to note the entrances if you want.
I might be okay with putting the hood up on my cloak and slowly and carefully doing that. Yeah, if everybody else wants to quietly wait back here, I'll be perfectly fine with doing just a little bit of jungle reconnaissance.
Okay.
Have
Alright.
fun. I'll give you guidance.
Roll me a stealth check and then a perception check.
Okay, and does the stealth go at advantage if I'm trying not to be noticed by creatures, or
You have a
with the hood?
Do you have a cloak of
With the hood
Elemental?
up. Yeah, with the hood up. So
Yeah, you
better
have
believe I'm
advantage.
doing it with the hood up.
I think. Well, I don't know if it's. What does the Elvenkind cloak say? It's like.
Okay,
is it
it's
advantage on
like,
They
stealth?
have disadvantage if you have a cloak up, they have disadvantage of finding him.
and I have advantage on stealth. I'm pretty sure I have advantage on stealth attacks or stealth.
Advantage
rather,
on stealth checks made
checks.
to hide as the cloak's color
Yeah,
shifts to
yep.
camouflage you. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's fine.
I'm gonna do that, and
I just got that from my
advantage there.
paladin. I am the only paladin in existence in my Sunday campaign that has advantage on stealth
Nice.
with heavy
Right.
armor.
Okay, so
that
that's
works.
that's what I got there, and then I think it's just a regular perception roll, unless there's something else I have going on. But
Yeah, you don't have like.
I don't know what that would be. So
You do not
like, a
have
shield or
guidance.
whatever.
After that, you don't have guidance.
no, I wouldn't. So I'd have to turn it back off. So, and that's okay because I'd probably be, to be perfectly honest, I'm probably more keen on not being noticed than on necessarily seeing every last little detail. Because, yeah. All right, normal roll, perception, see what happens. Oh, hey.
That's fine. So a 20 and a 21
Look at
is fine. On the first floor, there are only 2 entrances into the first floor. The second floor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different doors.
Interesting.
Third floor has 4 doors. Fourth floor has 4 doors.
And this is counting from the bottom, right? Like, so
From the bottom up. So,
two on the, so 2, then 9, then 4, then 4?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
the very top of it is just the top of the pyramid. There's no entrance up there. It's just like the cap. It's like a flat
Okay.
platform up on top of the pyramid.
Yeesh. A perfectly innocent flat platform on which nothing bad has ever happened or ever will.
Yeah, definitely not. Looking at this map that I have in front of me, there's definitely not stuff up there.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will. Now that I've made my circuit around the edge and looked at that, I'll share that with the rest of the party. What's going on there? And I guess, unless there'd be anything weird that I'd notice about the entrances, I'm assuming they're all the same basic design. So
Yeah, they're all the entrances are covered by stone doors. You saw the two women enter just by pushing on the door and then closing it from the inside.
okay, and so I'll just pass along that, and that as near as I can tell, the doors look like they're standard human sized. So unless I saw something meant for giants. So, okay, yeah, that's what I saw, and I guess do we want to wait until it gets maybe different lighting conditions than now, or do we, what?
I think we're good. We're going inside the thing, right?
Yeah, but if we're needing to go out of the thing and be very fast about it, we may have a significant advantage if we're doing that when everything is not brightly lit, assuming that everything isn't always brightly lit, which we won't know until we wait and find out. So, what kind of time pressure are we under exactly? I'd probably turn to Chance and say, did Razius say you have to do this in one day, or Razius didn't say anything in particular about? No, I guess he didn't.
I mean, you basically have all the time in the world to do this from his perspective. But I will remind you that the shipwreck is fresh, and so are the tracks of the kidnapped people. So,
Yep.
waiting more time, things might or may not happen in the
Yeah,
meantime.
I think this might be time sensitive.
The
So
ship, the shipwrecked right there, and you know what? Yeah, I really want to wait until it's darker out, but on the other hand, there's a chance, and I realize it's not a very good one. But since I haven't I haven't found a body yet, if my ma's alive, she might be in there. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, I would. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle it if.
I just want to also bring up that just because they're sons of Zazni and just because we've seen them fresh doesn't mean they're from our present.
How old do you think? You know what? That'd probably be something I'd go look over at Chance. How old is Azany?
It's been there as long as you've been on the planet, which is at this point like 2 years or so in game time. A little over 2 years, probably.
Ah, good to know. Not pre-breaking.
No,
Okay.
that's not what I mean.
Oh.
I mean, let me put it this way. We shall never talk about this event that happened here or have any written records. Agreed?
Fair enough.
mhm.
That works for me. This is not one for the books. So, in fact, I don't even know if books have necessarily been invented yet.
Well, there's a whole society of elven mages that imprison other mages.
Yes, but they
That's
might.
neither here or there, Dal.
They might be
Wizards need a
writing
spell book. Just saying.
Yeah, they might be writing on spell trees for all I know, making big X's for all their magic.
Casting, was it Mordenkainen's planar blade or whatever the fuck it's called, just to chop down some trees?
Blade of disaster. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, not that one.
Blade
No.
of Force.
Not Blade of Disaster. The other one. Yeah, the Mordenkainen's sword. Isn't that it or something? I don't know. Any case,
It's too high of a level for anyone to have ever had in any campaign that I've run. So
Mordenkainen's extremely sharp object you should not run with.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, we need to go in. Yeah, I'd probably stop myself in the middle of the we should be stealthy talk and be like, yeah, she might be in there. Yeah, we got to go. Let's go. And I would probably take a look at Xenivore and Fuego, and then back at Chance and David and be like, well, how are we doing this? Are we going in noisy or are we going in quiet?
Get my half plate and shield.
I feel like we're not the quiet team.
No. We've been seeing people with huts and fires, but they may have more than huts and fires.
But the other question is, which floor are you entering the pyramid on?
Which do I remember which floor I saw the men with torches go into, or the women rather with the people with torches?
They climbed the steps to the 3rd floor.
Well,
As much as I hate to say it, probably is safer to go through that way.
in the absence of a better suggestion, okay, let's take Valerian's suggestion and go in through the 3rd floor.
Let's go then.
Let me grab your guys' shit. 1 second. Drag all of you onto this map here. 1 second. Here and oh god. Keep forgetting the Fuego's default size is large.
He's big and he's in charge.
Large and in charge. Okay. Let me move you guys over to the map here.
Oh, there we go.
And switch it over on the thing here. There you go. Okay.
We are somewhere.
You are somewhere. You're top right of the map if you can't see yourselves. If you're too zoomed in. It puts you in front of one of the 4 doors. They're kind of...
I cast Ghost Light so I can see because it's all black for me, and I choose Chance so that the other person so they can see the Ghost Light.
Okay. Let's see. Ghost Light is what, 2020? Yeah.
Yep.
Because, I like seeing.
Yeah, there's no way that I can do it so that nobody else
I know.
sees it. So we'll just have to keep that in mind. But I think everyone else has dark vision anyway, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that shouldn't matter.
As far as I know,
any number of creatures you can see within 10 feet. So whatever works. So you're fine. Okay, cool. So you guys are in front of one of the doors. There's 3 other ones you could enter by. It really doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to do.
Okay. I would probably very carefully check the door and just make sure there isn't some kind of obvious trap or alarm or just some kind of mundane, extremely bad thing that happens if you open it without some kind of, special thing other than just pushing on it and going through.
Sure.
So,
make an investigation.
Yeah. Okay. Investigate.
To the best of your knowledge, there's nothing booby-trapped about this door.
Okay. Well, unless somebody else wants to do it, I will attempt to open the door, he said.
It's available for you to click on to open it.
Okay. Just right there. Click.
You might have to move your token out of the way to.
Oh, is that what it is? All right.
Yeah. If you're selecting yourself, you might have to move yourself out of the way and then click on the door and then move yourself back.
All right. Let's try that. And click on the door. All right. Okay. I open the door and there's some.
As you open the door, you're immediately met by this, like, musty, like, kind of like a decaying, like, plant matter smell. It's like the same smell that you would get from the inside of a barn, almost, except a little bit, I don't know, a little bit stranger. Like, it's hard to describe because you've never had this kind of scent hit you before, but it has like, you know, barn animal vibes.
Okay.
It's the best way that I can describe it.
Kind of like horse stall, but not exactly. So
I'm thinking, like, you know, when you go over to that one friend that owns a snake's house, and then you like are looking down into the terrarium, and it has that weird snake smell. Like, that's what the smell is.
Ah, yes. The very, very special perfume. Yeah. All right. Well,
The snake mouse, got it.
I will also say, with your passive perception being what it is, you can hear a light, rhythmic hissing sound coming from within the room as well.
Well, I am for sure making sure that the hood is up on my cloak, because this is a good place to have the hood up on that cloak. So I am going to attempt to go into the room stealthily and hopefully not be noticed by something. We'll see. All right. All right. Attempting to. If I need to make a stealth roll, let me know. Otherwise, I'm
if you're
just
entering
gonna...
stealthily, then yes.
Yes, I am entering stealthily. You better believe it. So, stealth advantage. Go. Okay, good. And going about to here to see if I
There you go.
see anything seeable.
Yeah. So in this room, a couple of things. I don't know why they chose this as the furniture choice, but there's a chair and a desk in here. Very, like, it looks upholstered on the map, but it's not. It's like a very simple, like, wooden stool and desk. And more prominently to your right there, you see a trough filled with brown, like, plant material. It's used as the nest for a very large serpentine four-limbed creature who is asleep currently and softly breathing, its tongue flicking out of its mouth every now and then. You can also, as you step into the room, you hear, as you kind of step in closer, there is another door on the far end of the room. You can hear voices on the other side chanting in unison in a language that you don't understand.
Well, okay. That, Okay, I would probably, faced with that, as fun as it would be to go it alone, I would probably, I'd probably move myself back out, and if I can, I don't know if I can I don't know. Was I able to tell when I opened the door if it made a bunch of noise when I opened it, or was it
Just-
fairly?
It makes a stone on stone noise.
Okay, well, it wasn't enough to wake up anything or draw attention the first time, so I'm going to attempt to close it back because I want to share what I found, and I kind of don't want my voice necessarily to carry into the room and ruin anyone's nap because that's just rude. So yeah, I'll just click on the door again if I'm able, just from here and close. Yeah, there we go. All right, here I am. Sorry. And yeah, I will share with the rest of the group. I'll describe in detail the room as I saw it, and that there's a door not too far at the other end that sounds like there's some kind of chanting in an unknown language going on in there. And I will make maybe an observation if it's something that's a calculated risk, but I'm going to assume that there's nobody around who has anything like comprehend languages or anything like that. So, I mean, I do have it as something I could do as a ritual, but that's going to take 10 minutes, and we're kind of potentially exposed out here.
I have it.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
thank
Oh, hey, if you just David, if you just got it handy, I think it's something you can only cast on yourself. So, if
Yep.
if you're wanting to do that, and go back in there with me, we could
I mean,
you
it's too inspecific what he's been able to describe thus far.
it's weird. It's weird chanting in a language I don't know. I have no idea. But David,
With
if you
that to go
want
off of,
to,
there's not a whole lot that you can draw from it.
yeah. If you wanna carefully go back in along with me, but I am warning him about the big snake man creature thing lightly sleeping over to the side, maybe. So I'm gonna, David, if you want to come in and if you want to cast it on yourself, and then come in and see if you can make sense of whatever those voices are saying.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that before we go around, poking into a snake's nest. So, all right.
Pretty sure none of you know the language. Pretty sure. Yeah, come on.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
All right, let's just go in here carefully, and I will. Yeah, now that we're done talking, I'm going to open the door, and that's the plan. David and myself will go in there and attempt to be as sneaky as we can, and then just try to. Yeah, he can try to see that while I probably go check out the desk over there to the side. So
Sure. Roll a stealth check, David.
Yep, and I will do the. Let me just try to open the
Who
door.
looks
Oh,
less
I
stealthy
guess
out
I
of
can't.
you two?
Who's the what?
Who looks less stealthy out of them two?
I mean, probably David.
David.
Okay,
Yeah.
David, you have guided.
Okie dokie.
Okay, and yeah, David, if you want to, whoever wants to open the door, go for it. But I can't from where I am, so I guess not. So
Ha!
neat. All right, and I am also going to be rolling stealth again because the
Sure.
cloak is good, and we use the cloak. The cloak helps us not die so far.
David, you have
So
to add
far.
a D4 to that.
Yep.
Eh.
And just rolling at it, I guess. And I will. And advantage you roll. Unless Chance is going in with, he doesn't. I don't know. Right, I'm rolling mine. Okay,
Yeah, this
got
is
that.
for people who are entering the room. So unless you're going in
And-
yourself, you need to roll.
Yep.
No, just the two people that are going inside.
Yep. And so he is there. He's going there, and I am going over to check out. Probably first, I'd be checking out the desk and chair. Although the cabinet looking whatever this thing is over in the corner here, that looks
Sure.
interesting. While he's doing his listening thing, I am definitely doing my.
So the desk has
Okay.
it's just like a standing desk, but there are a number of like small tools on it. Look like hand scythes. And then in the cabinet on the other wall there, you can see a collection of like palm fronds and various other brush. It's probably used to refresh the creature's bed, who currently is not awake. You guys made a decent enough stealth checks so that you can sneak around this room without him waking up.
Okay. All right. Well.
David, on the other side of the door, make me a perception check so you can kind of make out the words of the ritual.
Okie dokie.
9. It's hard to make out the words. Like, you're getting bits and pieces, something about children, something about brood, something about some kind of blessing or boon of some kind, and then the word Seth.
Ah! I tell. Let me. Life's up.
Yeah, I'll just be. Yeah, I'll be right over with. So yeah, so he can whisper in my ear if that's okay, because quiet is good. So.
Yes.
Once they do, yeah, you might be able to roll a history check or a religion check. Actually, it'd probably be more appropriate.
Okay. I guess. Yeah, I don't know if there's a safe way I can tell Chance without making noise. So I'm gonna attempt to, or well, I guess I could. Oh, that's a good point. I could probably let Fuego know if Chance can perceive through his senses. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Makes as much sense as anything. So, yeah, I'll tell the big scary fire dog thing. The children, brood, boon, Seth.
All right. I think you heard it.
Okay then.
Yeah, if you want to make a religion check, you certainly can.
Can we all make it, or just him?
Chance would be the only one who'd have a chance to know this.
Okay.
No pun intended. I don't think so. I think your proficient dice only works on history checks, right?
I am pretty sure you're
to research
correct.
a subject. Right. This is not researching a subject. This is recalling information. So, religion check straight up. That's fine. It didn't matter. You rolled a fucking 28. And without the dice, you got a 27. So I think we were fine. Yeah, 17. Okay. Yeah, Seth is kind of an esoteric god, just generally speaking. He's a god specifically of the Yanti people. There's not a whole lot that's known about him, other than he's kind of he's I don't know. He's not, he's like a god of, like, darkness and shit like that. I think I wrote down hold on, let me see if I wrote down what his thing is, because I think I added him to the pantheon for some reason. God of traps, poison, and murder. So yeah, I'd probably say that's pretty evil. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, Seth associated with a lot of dark tribal rituals that the Yuan-Ti perform. Even to this day, there are some Yuan-Ti who secretly revere Seth, but he's generally not a publicly accepted deity to worship for that reason. Plus the fact that he's super old and his people are pretty much wiped out at this point.
Well, I'm gonna, yeah.
So what are y'all doing?
Just kind of discussion options quietly.
I'm just waiting out here at the door,
Yeah.
waiting for the things, the other foot to drop and just rush in. I have my shield up, not shield up.
Yeah.
I mean, wearing my shield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the ready. Breach and clear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
VG, I have given my background, I have a particular knowledge of these kinds of esoteric, potentially sacrificial rituals. Could it maybe make an Arcana to kind of
Your expertise is in artifacts, to be clear. It's in
but
artifacts specifically. So you would
Oh.
maybe know like what artifacts' purpose is in rituals, but you wouldn't have extensive knowledge of the ritual itself. If that makes sense.
well, I do know like particular summoning rituals,
Sure.
and at least I can at least extrapolate from what I know of devilish type magic.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to see if it would be a logical thing to think that, oh, if they have hostages and they're using those hostages in a ritual, if the ritual is interrupted and they kill the hostages, that kind of goes to waste. So they probably wouldn't want to kill the hostages until the ritual is done, or until it was that part of the ritual where they kill them.
Yeah, I mean, part of sacrificial rituals is the ritual itself. So if they are going to sacrifice people, they're going to be performing a ritual for it in all likelihood, in service and tribute to their god. Is generally how those go.
Well, I guess one thing I could do is I could pick up one of the, I guess, the strange, I guess, scythe-looking implements from the desk. I guess, so would it be like just like small or sickle, I guess?
It's a sickle, yeah.
Yeah, I guess unusual sickle, and then I could just, bring it out to Chance and see if he can figure out if it's, of cultural significance, I guess. Yeah.
I was asking about the ritual because they're chanting, they're clearly ritualistic.
Yep.
So I'm thinking like,
Mm.
so I was thinking what we could do is blitzkrieg this, go fast, go hard, and stop them before it gets any further. Because if they're because us being quiet doesn't really matter because they're probably going to sacrifice any hostages they may have anyway if we don't stop it quick.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'd go out here and hand over the unusual sickle to Chance. Maybe see if he notices anything about it, and if he doesn't, then maybe we just go in loud. And I would suggest if we're gonna do that, we might want to take care of this potentially dangerous thing right in here with us. The snake creature thing. It might be good to attempt to.
If you're gonna approach it, I would ask you to make another stealth check.
That seems like a good idea, and I would probably if Chance doesn't spot anything really cool to about the thingy, if he
The sickle.
Yeah, if there's...
The sickle is just a sickle. It's a hand.
Oh,
It's a
well.
hand tool. It has no markings on it of any significance. It's a stone scythe used for cutting vegetation down.
Good to know. Okay. That's good enough for me. I'm going to attempt to be stealthily in the room, probably behind the chair if I can, to, make myself as small as possible and be low. And, just kind of hide in there if I can do that. I don't know if I got enough cover to do that behind the
I mean, it's a lot of motion going in and out of that room, so make another stealth.
simple chair or not, but yeah, I'm just gonna,
It's essentially a bar stool. It's not.
Yep.
17, you're fine.
So,
Go ahead and roll. Everyone who's going in right now, make a roll.
Stealth.
And I will let you know.
Advantage.
Or shit.
Okay.
16
And I
is
did
fine.
a 16 there, so
Yep, that's fine.
yeah, I'm just doing that.
I want to go in, but heavy half plate and disadvantage.
Hold your action to rush in when things go bad.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Okay.
That seems like a smart play.
Yes. Look at all this typing.
Did someone mention something once about finding some special boots that help somebody be quiet, or maybe I'm thinking of something else? I don't know.
Boots of Elvenkind at some point, but it
I
wasn't
don't-
that.
I don't
You
know if
found
anybody-
boots of striding and springing on the captain.
Yeah.
Nope, wrong boots. Never mind. Yep.
You'll get your surprise round.
Okay.
You won't get
Sounds good
advantage
to
on
me.
anything, but you'll get a surprise round.
Yep.
Now I
yep,
will say
and
also
will-
the Broodguard, the lizard creature is prone, so you have advantage
Yep.
on that reason. But
or
in terms of like the ritual going on in the other room, it'd just be a surprise round.
Yep.
It's one round of initiative we'll do without them being able to do anything.
Okay, that sounds good, I guess.
Go ahead and I'll do that. So you guys go ahead and roll me initiative just so we can get everyone in the tracker.
Yep. Gonna do that, and the advantage on prone is only melee, right? I assume, because it's like, yeah.
No, technically
Where
it's
is it?
any attack within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any attack within 5 feet, but obviously ranged attacks
Good.
have disadvantage anyway, so it'd be a straight roll.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god, I rolled 2 digits for initiative. This is a miracle.
Dude, I know how you feel.
Let's go.
My paladin
All right.
cannot get a high initiative to save his
Rolled
fucking
some
life.
stuff.
Let me go ahead and roll for the
Wow.
other things in this shit.
Yee.
So that'll be the general initiative for them.
And does Xenivore need to? I don't know.
Yes.
Xenivore would need to, yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Look at that. Okay, so if you're surprise attacking this brood guard here, we'll go ahead and we'll do one round until it's dead, which may or may not lead into other combat. So I'm going to start the battle music now, just in preparation.
Mm-hmm.
No, shit out of here. What is this one?
Pew.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do your thing. Now, if it's a ranged attack, you have disadvantage from that spot,
Mm-hmm.
Why would I have?
because it's prone.
Uh,
So ranged attacks have disadvantage when a creature is prone, unless you're within 5 feet of it.
well, probably cut to its head. Would I have advantage now, or?
You would have a normal roll.
If it's a ranged attack, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, normal roll. 18 to hit? Yeah, that's certainly fine. 17 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
Okay. Moving along.
That's his turn.
Yeah, he doesn't get to do anything because it's a surprise round. Xenovore's up next.
Mm.
Swing. With advantage, because he's prone.
Yep. That'll hit. So that's total of math is hard. 13 points of damage there. All right.
And go back over here. And turn.
Chance. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, the staff. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. 6 points of bludgeoning there. 24 certainly hits. You don't get that extra fire, right? That's from other things? Yeah, that's from other things. Oh, because you two-handed it? Oh, unfortunate. Oh, add one more on there. Got it. Okay. Anything else? You're going to move away? You have 5 feet of movement left, technically, but... these guys don't get a turn. Lemmy's up next.
Okay. Let's see. I guess, yeah, from where I am, I'll just actually move up to him here, and I will attempt to do, yeah, that. Sure, why not? Not that I think it'll do much, but why not? Yeah.
Sure.
It's a melee spell attack, and because it's a melee attack, it'd be at advantage, so do that.
Yep.
Alright, come here, you.
That does a lot because no reaction.
Yep, that's the idea. So,
It's also several d8s in a row at this point.
yeah. Yep, and where do I do that? There, it's over here, right? Where are you?
You should have an attack for it.
Yeah, it's in there. I just gotta scroll down to wherever the heck it is, so. There we are. And advantage, go.
Yeah, 14 still hits. And that'll kill it. So this thing gets pelted with fire, springs awake in time for it to get slashed across the chest twice with a blade, and then whacked on the head with a staff, and it's reeling, and then all of a sudden Lemmy comes up and just grabs it by its elongated neck and it electrocutes it to death. It falls smoking into the trough that was its nest. Now I will say that certain spells are not the most stealthy in the world.
Yeah.
So you do hear a slight pause in the ritual on the other side of the door, and some confused voices.
Okay.
So at that point, that's what that happens. Valerian's turn is up next, unless you want to.
All right,
around
so
anymore.
I am going to remote to the
Wait.
people
Is
in
it
front of me.
is it still on my? It's still on my turn, right? He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Right,
That was your action
okay,
and 10 feet of
so-
movement.
Yep. So I could use more action to get on the other side of this large bed-like object, right?
Sure.
Like here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I will attempt to bonus action hide.
Okay, cool.
So-
Make that stealth check for me, and then Valerian, go ahead and take your turn.
And you better believe the hood's up. Well, you know.
That's all I could do with the half movement. So
Okay.
Okay. Hide.
I don't think anybody else is alive, are they?
Not in this room.
Ready actions. Smack the fuck out of the next person I see. Hostile person I see.
Okay. Will do.
And my turn.
You hear on the other side of the door, you hear voices, one voice calling out over all the others in a language you don't understand. That brood guard is dead, so we don't have to worry about that.
Would that be within earshot of David by any chance?
No. David's too far back.
Oh, well.
This is for Valerian.
Okie dokie.
Fuego's turn is up next. Is it 10 feet? So, opening the door, what you see on the other side, you see, he should be able to see um, these completely bald women, olive skin, wearing similar garb as the ones you saw before. In fact, two of the ones you recognize are in this room. And then on the far end of the room, you see what looks like another feminine form, but lower half is all coiled snake body, and the head is a nest of hissing vipers. And she is looking out, and as Fuego kind of busts open the doors, this like fire dog. They're all looking around in confusion, and then they see you, and there's just this alarm that comes over their faces.
As soon as the Fuego opens the door, my ready action will be triggered.
You're ready to attack anything that's going, right?
Any hostile thing I see.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
And
As
I
long as you
am
can see
using
them, you go for it.
I can see this.
Yeah.
This one, and this one. But I can see this one more prominently, and I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay. One last detail I'll mention is there are four kind of like bird bath looking basins spread throughout the room, and each one of them has a large egg in it.
Where the hell is that? Okay, there we go. First, the Reaper trigger, because I am using a choke touch on the one that I see.
Okay.
So I'm touching this. Choke touch on
Yeah,
this
so
one.
just roll it, and then we'll count it against both creatures. Yeah, 20 certainly hits. How much damage are we doing? 13 points of
necrotic
to each one. Okay. 13 from
And
that one, and 13 from this one.
if they are considered resistant necrotic, I ignore it.
They are not.
Just covering my bases, sorry.
Yep. It's fine, that's good to go.
So then rest of Fuego's turn.
Okay. So Fuego moved 10 feet, busted down the door. Valerian shot a spell over his head, and essentially Necro grasped the two ladies at the far end of the room.
Why you gotta make it weird, man?
I didn't say anything weird, I just said Necro grasped. The 12... The 12 does hit. 12 hits, and then the 24 obviously hits. So that is... What was it? 8 and 7 is 15 and 11. So... Hold on, 15 and 11 is 26 points of damage. So I'll do 26 points of damage. And then, is it two con saves? Yeah.
If they're immune to poison, they're good either way. But
Oh yeah, they are immune to poison actually.
yeah.
So
tick off
1 and
2 damage.
1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, so like total of 2. Not
Add 2 of that,
one
and they're immune to being poisoned anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Great. Awesome. Yeah. Fuego runs in and just like takes a chunk off of her thigh. It's like pitbull attack dog mode. Okay. Anything else on his turn? So no. Fantastic. David, top of the round.
Let's see here. Oh. See here.
Okay.
Crack it. See anything? Oh. Fireball.
Where are you centering it? You can draw the radius yourself.
Yep. Yep. There we go. Well,
Make sure you do snap to corner. Feet, sure. blow apart the door. Oh, that'll get everybody. Yeah, sure, that works. Dex saves from all 5 of them.
Yep.
At advantage. 2, 3, 4. This one. She does also bird damage on this as well. Okay. 11, 13, 14, 11, and 14. So, probably no on all of those. That would be 33 points of fire damage.
Yep.
Sure. That one's dead. That one's dead. That one's dead. This one takes 33. And the lady on the front takes 33. Fantastic. Okay.
So I am now going to hide behind Valerian heroically.
Okay. Alright, sure. Zenivore.
Zenivore flies over all these people and can't move any further because he was hiding in the back.
Okay. Chance. Hit her. Hit her in the face.
Kill her.
No, Mr. Snake, I expect you to die. Uh, 12 still hits. 8 points of fire damage is just enough to kill. Anything else on your turn? Okay, you can set that up. After that, it's Lemmy's turn.
You're. Oh.
Lemmuel. Hello. He's muted. I don't know if he's gone. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Valerian. Valerian, go ahead.
I'm here.
We're skipping Lemmy. He's not here.
I know. I was moving my character, so that's 15 foot of movement because I had to move to occupied ally space.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to step away for a sec.
Great. We skipped your turn, but you can do it after if things are still going on.
No.
Of course.
Let him take his turn first.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I can't see Diddley from where I am, so I'm definitely going to attempt to move over, probably behind Zenivore and see if I can see anything. But I am,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know what else I would do. I'd probably just try to get behind him and see if I can get any kind of a look into the other room. So
Sure. You
See
can
if I
see what you can
see
see. That's 15 feet.
anything or anything. Yeah, there's not much of anything that I can see in there. So. Yeah.
From that position, 30 feet will get
Yeah.
you into the room.
Yeah. Which is potentially an option, but I'm probably just gonna ready action and just, if I see something that's moving around in the room that is like hostile, I'll probably attempt to cast. I guess probably chill touch on something if I see it. So, yeah, if something hostile strays into my line of sight, Yeah, I'll try to chill touch on it. So that's pretty much. You know what? No, you know what? Just to see, I'll ready mind sliver instead. If I see something, yeah, I'll mind sliver it instead of chill touch. Because why not?
All right.
We'll see.
Sure. All right, Flareon, now you're up. For whatever you want to do.
And I'm going to grapple you. Are you going to resist?
Who? What?
Chance. Let's get a grapple chance.
I am not joking.
Did I miss something?
I don't know.
Nope.
I have no idea what his plan is, but I'm here for it. I need to know whether Chance is going to accept a grapple or not. I'll give it a couple seconds before.
No, why?
I have a plan.
Trust me, Jasmine.
I think I will resist. Sorry.
Okay, in that case, going down the list. This
Looking for the most
you know
pliable
what?
person.
what is this?
Fuck it, why not? Let's do it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna grapple you. That's my action.
Okay.
I go in here. I'm gonna drop you right here.
Bob.
And using rest of my movement, I'm gonna come over here. End my turn.
Okay. Sounds good, I guess. Speaking of whose turn is it next, it's the Nightmare Speaker, and we have some stuff I can do.
That's why I said I'm gonna grapple you. Are you going to resist?
Yeah, she needs some help here. So let's go ahead.
That's a name right there. Fucking Nightmare Speaker. Also, also I gotta say the eggs in those pedestals, charbroiled.
The front two pedestals, yes. The back two were not affected by the fireball, I don't think. Not quite enough range on that one.
God, do you want to hit Lego?
Yeah. What can she see? Let's find out. Probably everyone if she moves. Let's see. It's about that, so she can move one space forward and then down. 5. She'll go there. Let me, if you can see her, go ahead and do your reaction.
Hey, I can see her, so I am going to do this. Yep.
Yeah, was it an intelligence save? Okay. She gets advantage on that.
Okay. And that will be against I believe it's 17.
It's a natural 20 for 22.
Yeah, she for sure resisted that, so, well.
Okay, and then
One of
she's
these
going
days I'm going to hurt someone's feelings.
30-foot cone, which should get everybody except for Chance. She's going to cast Fear. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Not a super high DC. I assume you probably will all make it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, the Eidolons have advantage. Correct. Or they don't have. Sorry, they get double their proficiency bonus.
Did you say wisdom?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
scared.
Wisdom saving throw. Yes.
I'm scared.
I'm good with those.
You are. You certainly are. 24 is fine. Also, that wisdom saving throw is also fine. Is that everybody? I need Xenivore as well. And David.
I ain't good at brave. I'm good at sneaky.
Yeah, David's fine.
Oh, man, I'm trying to get Xenivore.
Yeah, no worries. So just roll it and then add 3. Ooh, okay. So Xenivore and Lemuel, you watch as when she casts this spell, like it appears to you as if a giant writhing snake appears behind her, and its eyes begin to like glow in your direction, and you feel absolutely terrified. So you're now afraid of her for the rest. Do that.
Yeah.
And then it's a snake.
Oh, I just realized I said goodbye to the dancing badger, and now there's a snake.
Yeah.
Badger, 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 badger.
Badger.
And then she's going to, let's see how far she moved from before. She was up here, so 5'10". So the end of her movement is 30 feet, so another 20 feet will put her up here at the store. She's going to open it, and then that'll be her turn. The Brood Guard's turn happens. Now that they're alerted, it's 10 feet there. What's their speed? 15. Yeah, 20 feet should get it. Well, he can just go there. That's fine. This one, 10,
Oh, this guy's ready.
20, 30 feet gets him there. There's 5 there. 20 gets him there, and then they're going to make a round of attacks. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks for each one. So Valerian's getting 6 attacks, David's getting 2. Sorry, 3. 1 bite, 2 claws, 1 bite, 2 claws, 1 bite, 2 claws. Okay, so that's all on Valerian. I think only the 19 has a chance. No, you have heavy armor. So missing that. Next one.
I'm gonna have to shield on the 19 to make it my AC to 17 plus 5 equals what? 23? 22.
22. Okay, that's fine. The natural 20 still hits for 15 points damage.
Yeah, I'll take 10 because adamantine.
Oh yeah, sure. Fantastic. Just take the 10. It is still a natural 20, so it still hits you, but it is not a critical. So fantastic. And then David. 13, 6, and 23.
The 13 misses and the 23 hits.
Cool. 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
That'll be it for their turn. Fuego's up next. Both on that guy. Sounds good. 12 and a 19. 12 unfortunately misses, but the 19 does hit. Are these things immune to poison? Yes, they are immune to poison. So 5 damage from the fire, and 11 is 16 points of damage total. Okay. Yeah, I would say take off the venom permanently for the rest of this temple, because it's all Yanti and they're all immune to poison. Until one particular moment, but we probably won't get here. We probably won't get there in this session. Okay, if that's Fuego's turn, then we'll move on to David. Top of the round.
Lightning bolt.
Okay. Yeah, that should do it. Do me a favor. Go into when you do the measurement tool, set it to line.
Okay, I did.
Or sorry, what is it called? It's
Square?
No.
Beam?
Beam, yes.
Beam.
That's
You want beam?
There we go.
Uh-oh, that gets Fuego.
Yeah, it's gonna get Fuego if you do that.
Understood. Don't worry.
That's gonna hurt Chance a lot now. If you do that.
Yeah.
There, does that get both of those dudes?
Yeah, that'll get the Brood Guard in front of Valerian and also the Nightmare Speaker.
Okay.
The Brood Guards do not have advantage on this one. They do have a higher dex save, so we'll just roll that real quick. 17. And the Nightmare Speaker does have advantage on this one.
What's my DC?
19.
17.
If you click on the spell and
Okay.
roll it, it should pop it in chat.
Yeah. Results. What's up, 5th level? 4th level. 34 damage.
Damn. Okay.
For goodness.
Yeah. Well, they make the save, so that's what 30. 34 divided by 2, which is 17 points.
Yep.
17 minus 17. Fantastic. As a massive bolt of lightning rockets through the air and electrocutes partially two of the enemies in the room.
Yep, and I'm just gonna move back here.
Okay, he's gonna go ahead and take a swipe at you.
Go ahead.
Because you might as well. He has 12 hit points left. He's probably gonna die. Take a bite attack. 6. So no.
Nope.
Centaur.
He is afraid.
He's afraid he can't move any closer to his quarry. Does fear save at the end of the turn, or is it just for the duration? Hold on. We put fear in chat so I can read it.
Oh, it's a concentration.
If it ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw when it ends. So, can you see the Nightmare Speaker from where you are? Can he see the Nightmare Speaker?
Yeah. Also, doesn't have to make a concentration check?
You know what? I can look and see. He does not see the Nightmare Speaker from where he is. It also needs to make a concentration check. You are correct. Because it's concentration up to a minute. So hold on 1 second. Let me do that first before we do anything else. 10. So it's correct. It succeeds. Fear is still in place.
He cannot see it, so wisdom save?
Yeah, if he's ending his turn, then it's a wisdom saving throw to end.
Yep.
Not a super high DC. Probably going to be fine. Never mind. So that's
God damn.
That's another 7, unfortunately.
Well,
he ended his turn. So.
All right.
There you go.
Normie, I'm done. Enter.
Fantastic chance. Five, 15. Never mind. Let's say that's 5, 15, 20. That's 20 feet of movement right there. Can't really skip through that diagonal, per se. Take a shot. Get her on. Oh, Scorching Ray. Fantastic. No hand traps. Let her rip. Yep. Okay, so 8 and 9 is 17 and 7 is 24. That's enough to kill with all three of those. It's enough to kill with all three of those as they are. He had 21 hit points left, and now they are 0. So that fear is ended. Nightmare Speaker dead. Fantastic. Anything else you'd like to do? Yep. Alright, cool. Lemmy. You are no longer afraid as the Nightmare Speaker gets scorched into oblivion on the other end of the room.
Okay, that's something. Let's see. Am I blocked from moving into the room by Xenivore?
No, it's just difficult terrain to move through outland spaces.
Okay, but it's on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think.
mean, regardless, the ceilings aren't that high in here, so you'd be impeded either way. Well, actually, you're short.
Yeah, and also I've got that
Was
thing.
he flying, David? Did he fly into the room, or did he walk in?
Why?
Okay, then you should be fine then. I'll put him 5 feet up.
Yeah, and either way, I've got that thing where if it's on the ground, difficult terrain is blah blah. So, I don't know.
So
anyway,
so the Earth Ganassi thing.
Yep. The ground, the floor likes me. That would have been a good name for it actually, but
Got it. Yeah, I understand. Okay, fantastic. Go ahead.
Okay,
So, are
so
you saying you're floor tanking?
okay, so I'm here. I can see various individuals.
Yeah, there's 3 more of those lizard-like creatures that are kind of snaking their way around the room.
Okay, and yeah, I guess while I'm here, I will.
I like how Chance just phonetically spelled out Limestone's name in Scottish.
We
Immediately thought of Brave.
So
Limestone.
yeah. Alright.
Alright, what are we doing?
Alright, I am.
For the record, by the way, this one's the only one that has been damaged out of the 3, and he's looking really rough.
This middle one here. So all right.
Yeah.
So not this, not the bottom one, and not the top one, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
those ones have not been touched
All right. Yeah, sure. I will use a 3rd level spell slot to cast Scorching Ray. So.
yet. Okay, 4 rays.
Yep. And make ranged spell attacks at. I guess first I'm probably going to attempt to target the middle one here. So I'll
Alright.
roll that, and then based on what happens with that, we'll I'll pick other targets, I guess. So I'm not going to shoot them all at him if he dies in the first one. So
Sure.
yeah, no. Come here.
It's very unlikely he will, but go ahead and roll the damage for it anyway.
Yeah. Scorching Ray. Normal attack roll. Go! Alright.
Okay, 7
That is
points.
17. And is he still standing?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do another one on him.
26,
11.
That'll kill.
Bam! And then let's see. I got 2 more, so I am probably. Yeah, I'm just going to do. On this one right in front of me here, if I can. I don't know if I have a clear line of sight on him or not.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, alright, so I'll do one on him, so. Bam.
Yep. And
And 9. And. Yeah, I'll probably just do the same on him as well, so. Yeah. Alright.
9
And another 9. 9 and 9.
18 points
So-
total for that guy.
Zot.
Fantastic.
And I guess that's how much movement have I done?
10.
I don't know.
You've done 10 so
so I-
far. You have another 20
Okay.
there if you want it.
All right, and are the ceilings really low in here? I'm just making sure.
In the larger chamber, no.
Yep.
In the larger chamber,
Oh, okay.
it's like 10-foot ceilings. But
Okay.
the smaller side chambers are a little
Okay.
bit smaller.
Well, I guess now that I am in here, then I will move, I guess, over to here. So 5 feet there, and then I'll just, if it's a 10-foot ceiling, I will just fly up to as high on the ceiling as I can get. So I am up as I can get. So
Let's say 10 feet.
sounds good. And
Pressing yourself
don't know
against
what
the
else. Don't know what else to do, so I will just end turn. That works.
Valerian.
This is the guy that crit me, right?
I think it was the other guy that crit you.
This guy?
Yeah, the dead guy was the one that crit you. Right? It was the second
Oh.
one that attacked.
Oh, okay. I'm still gonna go after this guy. Bonus action first.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. I'll grab the scythe.
What the fuck? Ignore the 5 radiant, so 16.
Okay. Fantastic. So 16 points of damage there. Very nice. The higher level casting. Alright, so that's your bonus. What's your action? Bonk it in the head. Totally dead. That sounds good. Let's do that.
This time, do not ignore the radiant.
That's a 12, so that's a fail. That would be way too much
20.
points of damage. 24 points of damage total? Cool. He's still alive, miraculously. But he's really not looking good.
That's my turn.
Fantastic. You watch as that tolling of the bell rings throughout the chamber here. You watch as like several wounds and cuts open all over its body, just inexplicably. Alright, in retaliation, bite into claws. That's a natural 1. You can take a reaction on that one.
I'll do another Toll the Dead.
Hey, you have Warcaster, right? Sounds good
Yep.
to me. Also, that 20, I believe, hits you unless you're going to reaction shield instead.
Yeah, I'll shield.
5 points of damage there,
Why?
and then wisdom saving throw from him. Totally dead. 16. Still a failure.
I'm trying. Why are you not rolling?
There it goes.
So 11.
Yeah, that's fine. It's dead.
It's
after
dead,
the
Joe.
second.
It's dead.
Stop! He's already dead. All right. There it goes. And then you make sure you take that damage. Your health bar disappeared from me for some reason, so I don't know what's going on with that. But
How much am I taking?
5.
Wait,
5.
I said I'm gonna take the shield. I just crossed off the spell slot. Oh no, I
Then you
can't do that.
your
No, my
reaction
yeah.
attack, right?
Yep.
Okay, Fuego's turns up next. Wir haben Snake for dinner. 18 certainly hits. And 16 will also hit. So that'd be 12 and 10. 22. Fantastic. It's still barely alive. You guys like to leave these guys on exactly 5 hit points somehow. David?
Sorry guys, but I
Oh,
gotta
you know what
go.
I didn't do? Yeah, you go ahead. We're going to end the session after this is done. I forgot to do this guy's attacks on his last turn, so I'm just going to do those real quick against David. The highest is a 13, so let's call that a no. Speaking of David, it is David's turn. Go ahead.
I cast Shank.
Okay. Cloud of Knives. Cloud of Daggers. Did I give that to Summoner? I think I probably did. Yeah, that's. Hey, look at that. Exactly 5. That's exactly what you needed. Fantastic. So as you shank this thing in the gut, it fucking falls over dead on the ground. Fantastic. And that is combat for this floor.
Woo!
Go ahead and cut that out. Stop that. We'll do... What is this one? Okay. Fantastic. So, as the battle comes to an end, as the battle comes to a close, rather, you guys are able to take in the room as it stands. These smoldering corpses of the various Yuan-Ti that once occupied this room, now laying on the floor. There are 2 intact eggs. The other 2 were exploded, so those are gone. Other than that, in the rest of this room, just from what you can see, there are a number of staircases that lead to the other floors of the pyramid. There's one directly to your guys' north, be this one here, that leads up to the 4th floor. And there are 2 staircases over here and over here that lead to the 2nd floor. So, with that in mind, as you catch your breath at the end of this combat, we're going to go ahead and call the session for today. We'll pick up again when we play next, as you guys explore the interior of the Yuan-Ti Temple. So, until then, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.